Hey, what's going on YouTube? Taka Tanaka Giants here with a 3-package mail day for you guys. I got 3 packages in over the weekend, and I'm very happy with them from 3 great YouTubers. But before I get into that, now normally I like to introduce something kind of cool or unique about Japan, and unfortunately today's going to be a little bit different, guys, because there's something that I kind of want to get off my chest. I've had 2 problems so far with trades that happened like today and yesterday that just didn't quite work out. I got a package in, I guess we'll call it case number 1. This isn't really a rant, this is more like a public service announcement. Case number 1 is that. A case number 2, I guess you can call it a rant if you like, but I'm not going to put anybody's names down below. I'm not going to ask you guys to, I don't know, unsub or whatever, but those people, I'm sure they're probably watching the video, so yeah, there's that. So anyways, guys, so case number 1, the problem that I have is I made a trade for a tribute card, and you guys know that I like tribute, and I'm not necessarily very picky on the type of cards that I have. I mean, I have all the tribute, basically anything, and I even have doubles and some of the parallel versions of some of the same card. But what I am kind of picky about is, I guess, the case, the condition of the card. And some of you guys know, but a lot of these tribute cards, they scratch very easily. Again, I don't think it's focused, but they do scratch very easily. I know that when you bust these out of a box, or break these out of a pack, rather, there are some some nicks that come up on these cards from, due to processing, manufacturing, shipping, and whatnot. So there's nothing really you can do about that. But once you get these cards in your possession, I really recommend that you guys put these cards in a team bag, just like this. I have these cards. I have all my cards in team bags, and that's because, like I said, they do scratch. So be sure to do that, guys, with the cards. I mean, if you like your cards, if you want to keep them in good condition, please do that, especially if you want to try to trade them to somebody else, especially me. Like, I really like to have the cards in the best condition as possible. I know there's nothing you can do about the cards inside the case. You know, there's nothing, even if you look at the corners. I mean, some of the cards have some problems. I don't think Mr. DiMaggio here has any problems, but sometimes you'll find some little, like, chipping or some edging and whatnot. So there's nothing you can really do about that because they're encapsulated by the company. But you know, once you get them in your possession, I really recommend that you put them in a team bag. The problem that I had was that I received a package over the weekend, and the card was not shipped in a team bag as we had agreed upon. And I asked the YouTuber about the condition of the case of the card, and he said there are a couple of scratches, but not too bad. They don't stand out. And when I got the card in, it wasn't shipped in a team bag. It was actually sandwiched between 2 top loaders. So let me go ahead and just kind of show this. I don't think I have another card. Okay, yeah, so like for example, I have like two top loaders here. So what happens is if you ship them out not in a team bag, they kind of do this. They kind of do this dance, this kind of thing right here. And when that happens, the front and the back of the tribute cards, they get scratched. It's like somebody took wax paper and just kind of finely buffed the cards out. And so when you look at it, the card that I wanted to get in was an auto. You can't really see what's going on. It's just there's this kind of scratched film on top of it. So I'm sure, you know, some of you guys probably have smartphones like an iPhone or something like that, and you know, if you have the protective seal on top, if that gets old or, you know, bubble marks or, you know, dirt or whatever inside, it's really hard to see the screen, or it looks, you know, just imperfect. And so that's something that kind of bothered me about the card, so unfortunately I had to send it back. So sorry about the long PSA, but if you do have these cards, I really recommend that you put them in a team bag. So that's that. I'm sure you're probably watching the video, bud, and I'm not throwing you under the bus. I'm just going to have to return the cards. So sorry about that, bud. And in case number 2, I know this is a pretty long video. I apologize, guys, but I'm going to try to go through as quickly as possible. But case number 2 is a trade that I tried to get done about a month ago. And in most of the cases when I do trades, guys, I am not approaching people. People are coming to me. People want to do trades with me because they see something in my collection that they like. And so you're kind of already agreeing upon the fact that you want to ship to Japan. Because as you guys know, I'm in Japan. So what the problem that I have in case number 2 is that, you know, 3 or 4 weeks back, I had to actually write notes. But 3 or 4 weeks back, I asked him to send first, because that's normally what I do now. He said, okay, no problem. He sent out promptly. Sent out in quotations, because I don't know if he really sent or not. He sent out promptly and asked me to send right away. So he sent me an email saying, hey, I sent out today, can you send yours out? I'm like, what? Well, that kind of defeats the purpose of him sending out first, right? I mean, I don't think I'm wrong in that opinion. But anyway, so yeah, that kind of defeats the purpose. So Of course, I didn't send. I just waited. I waited and waited. And it doesn't normally take that long to get a package. It takes maybe 4 or 5 days, a week tops, usually. Right? So I asked him to send first. Yeah, I waited and waited. And the whole time, I never really received an email from him saying, did you receive my package? Did you receive my package? And this is like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks later. So I finally sent him an email saying, hey, bud, did you send? Right? And the reply that came back to me, I did send. I don't know why you don't have it. Please wait. So we did this kind of dance a couple times, and eventually, I guess the package was sent back to sender. And sent back to sender, okay, that's cool. I mean, sure, maybe there's something was wrong with it. So I asked him, why was it sent back to sender? I don't know. You don't know why the package was sent back to you? Usually there's a stamp or something on the envelope saying insufficient postage, or something. There's usually a reason. The post office just doesn't decide, okay, I'm not going to ship this out because I don't want to, and send it back to you. There's a reason why. They want you to pay more, or, you know, the address is incorrect. So that happened, and I was like, all right, then fine. By all means, go ahead and send again. All right, I wasn't going to send first. I wasn't going to send at the same time. I'm going to wait for him to send his package. And, well, the package, I'd asked about it again and again, and kind of the same dance, back and forth, back and forth. And then finally, yesterday, I believe, I sent him an email. Hey, bud, did you send? And this is the reply that I got back from him. He still doesn't know about the package. He sent it out, but he has his receipt. Okay? And I'd asked him before, how much was postage when you sent it out? And he didn't know. Right? So that's kind of a big red flag for me. I asked him about how much did you pay? I don't know. Now, when you ship something to Japan, I'd imagine, I mean, unless you're like a huge eBay seller and you're sending out, you know, dozen packages every single week, if you're just a casual YouTube trader, I think that's something you kind of remember, maybe, you know, first time trading overseas to Japan, I'd imagine. You probably know how much you're spending. But, he had the receipt. Okay, so today I asked him, can you please send me a video of the receipt? I want to see what the postage is. And so I sent him that. His reply back to that was, okay, sure, I can do that for you, but first, can you tell me what your address is so that I know that I didn't screw up on the address? I'm like, well, you don't have the package in hand anyway, so how would you know if you screwed up or not? And I'd imagine the address does not pop up on the receipt either. So, of course, I didn't give him my address again. I just kept asking for the receipt. And then he comes back with a reply about 15 minutes later, say, hey, I just went to the post office. I just got back from the post office. And I'm sorry, that's pretty damn fast. But he went back to the post office, and they said that they took his receipt from him. They took his receipt for their records and to see if the package was lost. Why the heck would they take your receipt, man? They don't take your receipt. They don't need your receipt. That's your proof of purchase. If anything, they take a number off of the receipt, but you never sent delivery confirmation. So, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Sorry, I'll put 2 hands in the video now. Guys, I'm not stupid. Maybe things have changed since I've been back, since I haven't been back to the States in a year, and maybe I haven't shipped anything via USPS, US Postal Service, and maybe about 3 or 4, but I'd imagine that they can't track anything off of a receipt, especially if you didn't send delivery confirmation. So that's what's going on with that, guys. Just, you know, if you guys want to trade, just trade, for the love of God. I mean, seriously, it's like, I've been doing this like kind of retarded dance back and forth. Did you send? Yes, I did. I didn't receive it. Can you send again? I did receive, or I did send it. You know, it's just back and forth. It's just kind of, it's kind of crazy. Makes me go a little crazy. So, yeah, if you're watching this, bud, I'm sure you probably are. Listen, man, if you didn't want to send first, or if you didn't want to trade, then just tell me. Don't just keep going back and forth to this, I did send, I didn't send, because it's just a waste of time, man. So, I'm sorry about the long video, guys, for that. It's already like 10 minutes already. I really apologize. I try to go through it as quickly as possible to cover the main points, but, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to edit the 2 videos, smack them together, because I do have this really cool mail day that came in, and I really want to give these guys a proper plug. So, you know what? I'm probably going to keep 2 videos. Upload this one, and do a second one for a mail day. So, that's it, guys. Bye-bye. Coming back to you guys with another video today. Peace. Bye-bye.